Okay, so here we are. We're gonna take the emotional aspects of this story and we're gonna let them sit. They will come up from time to time, but back to dealing with the aftermath of COVID-19, Corona 2020, holy crap year that just has affected everyone. Some worse than others. So in my aspect, how it has affected me is this past year was supposed to be selling, estate sales, garage sales, flea markets, consignment shops. And I was doing a little of that before Corona hit, but not enough. You know, you need manpower for that kind of stuff. And you need people to be allowed to leave their house. So I have been slowly picking away this past year and, you know, listing some things on eBay, listing some things on Facebook Marketplace. The Facebook Marketplace stuff, I've kind of focused on what's obvious to me, you know, as the years went on. Some of the stuff that she picked up at thrift stores and garage sales and things like that, yeah, they weren't valuable. They were just, you know, they touched her in some way, but they were, you know, made in China junk. So made in China junk goes on Facebook Marketplace. And I meet people in grocery store parking lots and anywhere there's a security camera, because I'm a middle-aged woman, you know, by myself. So yeah, nobody's coming here. So, yeah, and that takes time and aggravation. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love people, real people, genuine people. Disingenuine people, not so much. Not a lot of patience. But when it comes to being a buyer-seller relationship, you basically have to be tolerant and polite and respectful to everyone, to all types of people. So I did what I could, but still, I work full-time. I have an amazing boyfriend and a beautiful future stepdaughter that we have 24/7. And yeah, I mean, time is, I can't just do this 24/7. I mean, if it were actually, you know, if I was making even close to my salary doing it, then maybe I would take some extended time off and do it, but probably not. I mean, it's not the world that I want to be in. And I appreciate those that love being resellers and treasure hunters and pickers. And I love it. You know, I love seeing it controlled. It's amazing. All you can do is sit and watch YouTube when you can't go anywhere. Can't go to restaurants, can't go to bars, can't go to stores because they're all closed. So, you know, might as well learn something. So I've been doing research on everything. Glassware, books, old tools. I mean, it's hard to believe that I'm drawing a blank right now because I have so many notebooks filled with stuff. It's mind-boggling. And there have been times where it has been the biggest burden to carry, to go into a situation like this without the knowledge. My knowledge going into this was limited to woods, tools, furniture, anything sewing related. I restore vintage sewing machine, or I did, before I took on, you know, the mountain that I like to refer to it as. And I'd like to get back to that. So being who I am and making the commitment to my 5-year plan, this past year, I feel like was completely wasted as part of my plan. So we got to get creative, right? So here's my creative idea. My creative idea is to launch a YouTube channel. Sharing things, looking for assistance, identifying things, selling things, and making the journey a little more fun, because I was really starting to enjoy some of the things that were going on the first couple of years. You know, when you accept your fate, your destiny, when something happens in your life that just changes your direction on a dime, when you accept it and believe that everything happens for a reason, you don't miss the good stuff. And I've met some great people. I've learned some amazing things. My creative juices have been re-energized in some of the projects that I would love to do or experience. And, you know, sometimes I get excited that I meet someone and they're like, oh, you know, I'm into this and this and this and this. And I'm just like, I have a house full of crap that you would love to have. So that was good. That was fun. That was like 6 months of just, no, take it. Really, no money. Just enjoy it. Take it. That was fun. And it's still fun. So I'm in a whole bunch of different pay it forward groups, and there's a women's domestic shelter, a bunch of different things. When something comes up and I see somebody in need, if I've got it in this house, it's yours. You needed it. There's a reason that I saw it. There's a reason that I found out that you needed it. And I don't need it, but I got lots of it, because pretty much anything you're looking for, I've got at least 10 of the same thing. It's good times. So anyway, yeah. So this is my YouTube launch, and I'm not really sure how I'm going to do it yet. I've been inspired by a whole bunch of thrifting eBay sellers on YouTube. I started following last year, and I'll put the links in the, you know, I'll get good at saying this stuff. I'll put the links down below so that you can find where my inspiration came from. So the first one was Curiosity Incorporated. Amazing, wonderful, just these people are just, I don't have words to explain how awesome these people are. It's an antique shop in Edmonton, Canada, and they're on their second hoarder house now. First hoarder house that they did a series on, and they flipped and emptied and categorized and everything else. That was called the Potter's House. So, you know, if you want to be in, if you're in a situation like I am, and you want to be inspired to tackle it and deal with it, that's a series to watch. Same with the Musician's House. So they have 2 series, and they're so respectful of the deceased and the family. Hoarding is awful, but it is a disease. It is a mental illness that people don't talk about enough. And that show on A&E, we're not going to talk about it, but that's not real. Those are dramatizations. Those producers trigger those people on purpose. We were going to be on it. We ripped up that contract. Anyway, healthy ways of dealing with the aftermath of a loved one's life that they spent their life hoarding is how I want to deal with this. So I don't know how I'm going to do this. I'm guessing categories, videos, I'm gonna try clipping this video up and adding some before and after pictures, because as I said, I'm not, you're not walking the emotional journey with me. The emotional journey I've been through the last 3 years, and I will touch on it, but that's not where I'm going with this. This is now my world, my house. And I want to unload it. I want to find homes for all these antiques and the not so antiques, and learn a little bit along the way, and make some money would be nice. Pay off my house, buy a new car maybe. My mom would love that. That's what would make her happy. And that's how I want to honor her life, because had she been there mentally, in the end, she would have been panic stricken. She would have been, all she would have been able to think of is she's just going to throw it all away. She's just going to drop a match. And it mattered to her. That's the illness. Things, emotional connections that are completely unhealthy. And I'm still learning the balance as well. You know, it's hard to break out of that pattern after fighting with somebody for over 30 years that all this crap matters. It doesn't. The people matter. And that's what I need. That's what Corona, COVID, pandemic, whatever you want to say, that's what the pandemic took away from me, was people and support and interaction. And I've just been deflated. You know, I worked so hard at getting the heat and the water on so that people could come, so that people could be here comfortably. And I can't. It's, yeah. So be my people. Come join this journey with me. And, you know, maybe you'll learn something, because wow, I've got a lot of useless information in my brain now. Doing a lot of YouTubing, a lot of reading, a lot of research, a lot of filters on eBay to see what's valuable and what's not. And, you know, I know you're out there because my mom used to talk to you guys all the time. So come along with me and let's unload this house. It's like a treasure hunt.